Ooh. Well, I don't think there's too many of these left in the world I'll get to work on. That's a 6306 7001. Really nice one too. I mean, only a few. It's got a little scratch in the case right here. Nothing major. Look at how clean the brushing is and how sharp the edge is. It didn't get a ton of wear. A little bit, but not a ton. It's one of these ones that doesn't look like it's ever been serviced. I'm sure it hasn't. You see the standard. This one's from 77, and it's got a light version of it, but it has the thing that one always sees, which is the slightly tan dial loom and the white hand loom. People ask me about this. I mean, I got an email a couple days ago about this stuff, asking why the looms would be different colors. It's something that happened that Seiko did in like the 76, 77 time frame, maybe into 78, where I think the dials and the hands were produced with different kinds of loom, different lines. And this loom came out tan. I mean, I've seen some of these and like the same era 6309s and 6159 grandfathers that have really, really serious tan loom. I mean, I owned a beautiful 6159 7019 that had loom that almost looked like egg yolk. It was amazing. Anyway, this is a super nice watch. Got your big knurled crown. Big cutout case. Only a couple little pecks on the insert. Center wheel is looking okay. It's not shifting around. I mean, it is a little, but it's going to. Yeah, this will be a nice watch. Well, it already is a nice watch, but there we go. Look at that. Man, you got to give Seiko credit. Look at that. You clicked over with a few seconds to go. That's awesome. Yep, very nice. And there she runs. So your crystal looks... It's got some marks right in the middle here. Generally, I think it's okay, but I don't know. If it were me, I'd leave it. The marks are almost invisible. So if it were me, I'd leave it. But I'm not me. I'm you. I mean, why change something that's perfectly functional? And the whole point. Oh boy, this caseback does not want to come off. I don't think this watch has ever been opened. Okay, I got to put it on Big Bertha. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about having a big old school pro caseback tool remover, because there aren't many things that will say no to it. Look, it still has a good amount of frosting on the caseback. Wow, that's a nice watch. Hey, look at how shiny it is. Wow, super shiny. It's funny, it looks like it's acting like it's in almost full power. It's not running. Huh. It's barely ticking over. Well, let's get this going. This is going to be your envelope. old parts. Yeah, basically, I'm not going to replace the crystal in that thing unless I absolutely have to. Boy, it's just barely ticking over. Yummy. How is that possible? This is a nearly brand new watch. Look at this screw head. Look at it tip around. How could the bottom main... Okay, well, might as well start somewhere. Make sure y'all can see what's happening here. Ooh, that's a nice watch. Somebody just emailed me they want to sell their 6138 3009 Jumbo in extremely nice condition that I worked on about 4 years ago. Super nice watch. He says he just doesn't wear it, and 2020 has been a real roller coaster, and might be time to free things up a little. A little bit of haze, but that's it. Yeah, look at that. Almost so little wear. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. That's okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice, actually. We're getting good amplitude. Look at how nice and flat that balance is. That's good. I don't think we're getting the most awesome stuff. Let me look at the numbers. We're getting some very solid numbers for an unrestored watch. But it is unrestored, and the numbers are low for one of these. There's no lubrication under these diafix settings or under your cap jewels or anything else like that. So, but I don't see anything mechanically jacked up. I think it's okay. So let's just go forward. I will be curious to see that lower mainspring arbor port, but I always am. Now we got oh, it's just dirty. I was like, what is that? Okay, you still got your stem rest washer. That's good news. Not that I'm surprised, but no rust, no corrosion. Ooh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so nice. Perfect white loom. Nice super flat handset, no scratches of any kind. Okay, I want to get that handset off there. I've got to be right on top. Handset is off. Let's pull this dial. Always the fun thing. Let's see what the date is. Well, actually, let's check that case back again. Okay, June 1977. Okay, so I've got the hands off, and I want to, always the fun part, to look at the date on the back. So we've got 760, which is of course June 1977. Hey, summer that Star Wars came out. Okay, so let's see what the date is. Hang on a second. Any guesses? It should be 7/5 or maybe 7/6. Ooh, 7/4. Look at that. Pretty neat. That's a beautiful, beautiful dial. And beautiful, beautiful watch. Okay, so now it's time to start pulling stuff apart. Don't need that, don't need that. Those things go over there. There's this thing. I'm in camera. Okay, good. Oops. Clean. Basket. The faces look flat. Doesn't look like it has a channel run through, and that's good news. It's gluey. Wow. It is gluey. It does not want to turn smoothly. But that's okay. I mean, we've got these diafix settings, and those are always a little grumpy. When I take those apart, I'm going to want to be right on top of those too. No, unfortunately, we won't get to see that, but... It's always nice. Get a movement like this, you're basically just rinsing the dust off. Yeah, not a lot of wear. We've got some haze on the brass, but that's normal. Especially that one. This is the thing that kills me. The 6306s, all of them, all of the 6300 blanks, all of them, have the provision, the space for this hacking lever. Every single 6 306, 6309, 6319, 6349, every single one could easily have hacking if it wasn't for the fact that these hacking levers are so rare. Somebody with half a brain could contract with a designer to start cranking these things out. That's what they ought to do. Look at that. It's worn a little, but not much. Hang on a second. Somebody's bashing coming to see me. He had my IG-11. He wanted to be a delivery person, so let's get back to what we're doing. Look at that, see? Really didn't have enough time to mush the S2 around too much. Come on. You're not impressing me, you're not impressing anyone. Cut the nonsense. Just getting this mainspring ready to look at. Yeah. It's a tiny bit coned, but it's okay. I'll have to clean and inspect this stuff by hand, which I'm not going to do at this exact moment, but I will. Put that over there. Time. Yep. It's been a long time since 1977. I don't know if anybody has noticed that, but it is true. A long time. Oh, come on. I gotta get up my sharpener and sharpen that blade. Oh, would you knock it off? Come on. This is really annoying. That's what I get for trying to be quick and dirty about it. Rather than pulling out the rig. That's a terrible noise, isn't it? That's pretty awful. Come on. You see, the thing is, if I had just gotten out the official tool rather than doing this, I would already be done and I will have done a better job. But that's okay, whatever. Doing it the wrong way, that's the Klein way. What the blessed heck is going on? Get out. What in the world? Okay, I'm gonna lose my mind. Let's try that again. Is there something wrong with this screw head? Let me get right on top of that. So I got that screw out of there. Looking clean. That ain't no surprise. There's that. Oh boy. Suggestion. Standing outside my window staring at me. They really took, I mean, I did all this work recently when the heck did I put it now? What's wrong with me? So I just did all this work on this glycine with ETA 2789. And those who watched that video may remember how tortuously bizarre and complicated the keyless works the calendar side was. Look at how simple this is. 3 pieces. And it's not only that, the one complex piece, that setting lever with wheel, it's all self-contained. Talk about genius design simplicity. That was holding well. And there's our center wheel. Yeah, come here. There. Always got to look at these to see if they've got any bent teeth. They can do really well until they come up hard against a barrier of any kind. You can get bent teeth and all kinds of other stuff. Well, that looks okay. Yeah. There's your main plate. Yeah, amazing. Even with as little wear as this has, you can see that this is ovaled out. That lower mainspring, darn it, that lower mainspring arbor port is ovaled out. Look at that. Now, time for this. Split stem. Boop. Actually, no, wait, I didn't want to put that in there. I'm going to run a separate basket entirely just for that. I get for being confused. Okay, there's your stem rest washer. Ooh, gluey. There's Sebastian, laughing in evil delight. Okay. Always got to use a little bit of heat on these, because if you just try to honk that male post out of this crown, you'll snap the bottom off. Got to use a little heat to loosen it up. Not a ton. You don't need to be able to roast a marshmallow on it, but enough. Enough to get it to expand and loosen. Just like that. Otherwise, you're putting tons of pressure on a fairly delicate piece, and it's easy to snap. You can see the remains of the glue there, because these things use an adhesive to keep them in place. And there's your crown gasket. You can see it's flat-sided from having been stuck in there for so long. It's supposed to be a nice round donut. But it got squished and stayed that way, and that was the end of that. Okay, well, I've got to do the lower mainspring arbor, I've got to pull these diathix settings apart, I've got to deep clean the mainspring components, and then run this thing through the cleaner. So let's see you on the other side. Okay, cleaning things have happened. So we've got some clean stuff, which is nice. This is your rotating ring. You may remember it had a couple teeny tiny itty bitty chips on it. I filled those with some fine pigment paint. Tiny repair. The nice thing is because they were literally little like dippy chips, the paint sits in there very nicely. which is good. Okay. I have I started, usual thing, I started doing stuff before realizing I needed to start the camera. So your crown has its new gasket in place, and so I need to start building stuff. Look at how nice and clean. So shiny. And there's your newer lower mainspring arbor port right there. So shiny. I'd be very curious to see what the deal is with this balance, though. Somebody's been fiddling with it. This arm is way the heck over here. Well, let's get her going. Hang on a second. Okay, so now that the seal's in, it's time for me to put that gasket back. Not the gasket. It's time to start reassembling. Come on, where did I put it? There. That's my catchphrase. Where did I put it? Okay. Let's see. Let's make this a little bigger. So we have a teeny tiny bit of adhesive on this. Your crown post. Wait, where are you? There it is. Just firm this down just a hair. You don't crank on this stuff because you'll snap that post. You just get it to the point that nicely firm down. Just like that. This is not adhesive, so don't worry about that. I'm not gluing this thing together. But I do find a little bit of this silicone lube acts nicely to hold the stem rest washer in place, because if you slip, stem rest washer will go kaput, and that's the end of that, and then you're screwed. And so it's important to try to keep that in one place. What the heck happened there? This is always the fun part. You gotta get this thing down. The slot's gotta be in the right place. Catch it, and then you use the stem on the other side. You hope to God you don't have your grip slip. Let me just make sure. I've propelled any number of these off into the distance, and I am hoping to never do it again. I don't think I've got the slot in the right place. Sometimes you have to check that to make sure. Aha. Well, that would explain it. I'm going to have that cutout be head in the right direction. Come on. Let's try it again. There. Then you grab it and pinch and you turn. And there you go. Look at that, see? All nice and clean, new seal, everything else we need. So I'm running out of daylight. God, it's dark already. Jeez, oh Pete, I cannot believe it. Really? Holy crap, it's almost dinner time. Oh, knock it off. Yeah, look at that. See? Not terribly worn. A little bit of wear, really just not a lot. Come on. There's that. Let's go back over there. Oh man. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about quarantine and kids going back to school at some point, and if we ever get a vaccine, if our turn ever comes up, so we can go back to living life. What a weird year. I can't believe we lived through this year. Okay. There's that. Look over there. Sigh, heavy sigh. They sigh. They mew. I tell you, selfishly, one of my number one things about wanting to have virus vaccine, so we can go back to the gosh darn gym. Man, I tell you. Okay, put that there. I've got to do cat jewels and Diashock settings, or Diashock settings and Diafix. So I'm going to have to be right on top of this. So I'll be back in a second. Oh boy, well that all took much longer than it should have. It is now pitch black outside, and it's quite late. But I really like getting these things running before the end of the night so that it can run in and get a chance to really slop around. Okay, so we've got this. Both the Diashock settings are in place. Diafix settings are in place in the bridge. I've prepped all that stuff. It's ready to go. So let's get the train and stuff together. So we don't have anything in place here, no keyless works or anything, so I'm going to have to drop this in and just let it sit for a second. The reason I'm doing that, of course, is that being that this is a 6306, it's got a hatching lever, and we need to think about that because that's part of the train. If I'm assembling the train, got to have that done. Okay. Now I haven't lubed any of this stuff. I'm just checking the wheels, seeing how things more or less look. Oh yeah. I mean, we got some up and down action going on, but that ain't bad. No, that's fine. Let's see, that's good. Nope, I do not need that one right now. Next one. Aha! Out. Come on, out. He's always do this. Come on, stop it. Okay, there you go. Now, let us, sorry, let's test some of the thingies. Okay, let's see if we can get it to turn. I mean, that's a stupid thing. Of course it's going to turn. Oh yeah, it runs beautifully. Nice and light and clean. You can see it in there. Yeah, see? Isn't that nice? Good. Okay. Nice. And look at that lash. Yeah. Good. Second verse, same as the first. Did you get in there? Yeah. Look at that. Okay. A little bit of movement up and down, but nothing major. I say let's do it. Why don't we do it in the road? I don't know what the Beatles were thinking. I think when they did that recorded that song, if I remember correctly, they were super high. No one will be watching us. Why don't we do it in the road? Oops. Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. But I did it anyway. So there's that. Gosh darn it. And yep, saw that coming a mile away. Oh yeah. Saw that coming a mile away. It's not that bad. It could have been worse. Okay. There's that. Yes. Okay. There's your handy dandy hacking lever. All right. Okay. Sigh. So now, get this baby in place. Spin it up. Come on. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Boop, boop, boop. Yep. Oh, darn it. Oh, well, screw it. Do it live. Good. let's see, wrong side. Wrong side. There are a lot of satisfying things in doing this kind of work. One of them is when you get that perfect feel where you know the screw is set just right. Not too tight and not too not tight. Yep. That's exactly what we want. Gosh, it sounds so quiet too. That's a real good sign when you power one of these things up like this and you hear it, and you can hear the train whining. That's a bad sign. It's almost completely silent, which is what we want. Those teeth are landing right on the center wheel, exactly where we want. So now it's time to look at that pallet fork. It's through. It's so late. So late. Okay, let's look at this pallet fork. Yeah, faces look good. It's just like you're supposed to. Use pegwood to clean off the jewels, clean out the jewels and stuff, and it's really important to do that. I don't use pegwood on these pallet forks simply because I don't want to put too much pressure on them, but it is important to make sure that they are clean. We gotta stop. Okay. Stop. Put a little power in there. Make sure we're getting a clean flick. Mm-hmm. Okay, it is super duper. It's way later than, I mean, during family time. I've got to do bath time and stuff like that for Sebastian. And I just wanted to get this running before I pulled stakes for the night. I'll be back at it tomorrow. Hey, look at that. Now these, when you have diafix settings, you definitely want to, they're going to take a little bit longer to sort of get their ducks in a row. But it's running. Definitely running. I'm going to be curious to see what we are talking about for beat error. I'm on mute. 54.5. Oh, let me demag this again. Just for fun. So, you ready? Hey, it's not out of adjustment, I'll say that. Not really. I thought it would be, but it's not. But it's not. Okay, I'm going to do a couple little adjustments on this. Usual thing, you're not going to be able to see me do this, but you can watch the numbers as we go. So we have a little bit of beat error, and it's gaining some time. So I'm going to hit the adjustment lever, and I'm going to move it to the right, which is going to lengthen the hairspring effectively. And we'll see if that brings down the accuracy. Always start with the beat error. This can be a big jump, and it's going to be wrong. Yeah. I could feel it. Yes? Who? Oh, it's you, Sebastian, is it? I can't right now. I'm working on a watch. What's up?
It's dinner time.
Okay. Alrighty, well then I will get myself going.
You should go up.
Okay, I will.
What?
I will.
What?
I will. Just, I'll be up in a bit. Gosh darn it. I keep overshooting. Aha, look at that. Okay, so now I'm adjusting the accuracy, which is the other arm. Okay. So I think for now, that's okay. I want to leave this, and it's going to run overnight, and I will come back tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. I really want to see those numbers improve. Well, that's a little bit. It's going to take some time. It has to fire up. So let's cover our movement here. Yeah, because you're going to see the accuracy. The accuracy is going to go, not the accuracy, I mean the amplitude. Because as it runs through the cycles, it's got to let everything slop around. Okay. I think that's the end of that. Go upstairs. Do bath time. Doing better. I flipped it over so that you get things moving, but okay, now I swear I'm gonna go upstairs. Okay. I gotta stop fooling around. I gotta go upstairs. I like looking at the numbers. It's not bad. I mean, it's only been running for a few minutes, so that's okay. Come on, I just want to see that next spike. It's gone up to 238. I need to stop wasting time. I gotta go upstairs. Okay, talk to you folks. Well, as the old song goes, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. My roommate in college used to sing that all the time. A nice enough dude. All I remember, though, is that he really was not okay with me having my girlfriend over. That's okay. He was really into show tunes. So, this thing is running overnight. We are looking at about 247. Looking pretty clean. So, we're about 14 hours down? Yeah. So, let's do our thing. Oh, would you turn? Okay, while that's running, might as well do what I tell you. Okay, case. Nice case. Okay, so what I want to do is, because I don't have to worry about the alignment of the chapter ring because it continues to move, let's just get this together. Okay, that's so nice, gosh. Good morning, good morning. Doobie-doop. What?
Are you making a video?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll live. Everything will be just fine. Good morning, good morning. Boop, boopity boop.
Hey, it's Milo.
It is Milo. It is Milo. Dogs are outstanding.
What's that from?
What? Oh, it's from The Simpsons.
Oh.
At a certain point, all the kids are stuck in class, and there's two dogs fighting over a length of garden hose. And Nelson says dogs are outstanding.
I was getting it confused with that comic about dogs saying, "Oh boy, dog food."
Oh boy, dog food.
What was that?
That's from The Far Side, Gary
Okay.
Larson. Oh, everybody's running around.
Oh no, doggy wants dinner.
Oh,
I will feed doggy in a second.
Okay, so there's that. Now, as I said before, well, actually, hang on. Okay, that took a little longer than I would have liked, but what are you going to do? Nothing in life is easy. Oh, criminy. Just make sure this is your, darn it, this is your original crystal here. Which I have cleaned. Now, if you decide that you do want a new crystal rather than this original one, I certainly can make that happen. Not a big deal. Milo, really? Milo's in here. He wants to go out. Hey, look at that. Isn't that interesting? That's a genuine, that's the correct Seiko retaining ring. Oh no, I lied. Nope, the cutout's right there. I thought it didn't have its cutout, which would make it a much, much, much later piece, but it does. So, whatever. Plink. Hang on, I've got to let the cat out. Come on. He needs to go out for his morning constitutional. Okay. Okay, now let's do some other stuff. A little bit of silicone grease, because that's the way. I like it. I always like to grease these a little bit underneath the lip on the case, because this is the right here. That's the lip right there that the underside of the rotating ring clicks over. So anyway, cleaned this up. There it is. Oh, beautiful. Let me get new rotating ring gasket. Oh, stop it. I just don't like it when these things bind up. It's one of my many problems. I just want things to go slickly. Okay. I also I covered the back of your original pip with clear binder, and that protects it a lot. It's going to make it nicer. Okay, let's see if this is loose. Ugh, Milo wants to come in. Milo, you are not a brain trust cat. Okay, so this, I don't like these when they get pinched, so I usually go and pull them out just a little bit. So you have to really kind of work it to get it to sit in the channel, because then it'll hold its place and has a better chance of not getting pinched. There you go. Good. Okay. I don't need to worry about this quite yet. Let's get this back off of here. See, that's all assembled. That means when I'm done, I can just drop it right into the case, which is cool. All right. Let's put our finger cots back on. Milo, 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 Middly Milo, 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 Milo. I know, I see you there. You know you're not supposed to be in here. What? What do you want? Okay, fine. Come on. Out we go. Out. Okay. He's off doing morning Milo things. Okay, stop. 252. Amplitude, that's pretty nice. I haven't even touched it. Awesome. Okay, now comes the fun part. A little bit of lubrication there. And a little bit of lubrication here. Just like that. Okay. Right. Now, the keyless works of a 6306 or 6309 or whatever is one of the very few places where you lube a particular piece. I'm going to be using S4 because why not? It's not like I've got anything better to do. This is one of the few models of Seiko where you lubricate underneath the combination click and spring. Oh, knock it off. Everything wants to fight you. Everything has a mind of its own. Maddening. Just do what I tell you to do. You know, I'm a dummy. Why didn't I looped the wrong no, I didn't loop the wrong thing. I looped the right thing the wrong way. I'm a dingleberry. And again, usual thing with the keyless works on these, you get the screw with the circular machining on the head. They call that turning. there's that. Now let's see if our hacking lever works. You ready? Look at that, the hacking lever works. Yay. Now. There's that. A little bit of lube in here. Yeah, the complications, all the complications of that one ETA, they went and they changed. Seiko has complications of their own, but this is not even on the same wavelength as that other one. There. I am an idiot. God, I got this confused with the. I got this confused with the last movement I did. This has a plastic date driving wheel and does not need lubrication. Because it is technically, in theory, self-lubricating. Not really supposed to do that, but you know, I do it anyway, so sue me. Let's see now. Let's see how the cannon pinion feels. Gotta hold this down. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yep, excellent. Cannon pinion feels good. We're coming together. That rotates smoothly. That's good. Sometimes this plastic will, I think it gets dragged along and stretched out with wear over time, and this aperture as a result gets smaller, and these things can really start to bind up. It's one of the problems I see a lot in 7.5/4/8. I wonder if it's something to do with battery acid rather than wear, because I don't think I've ever really seen that in a 6309 or whatever. But sure do see it in the 7.5/4Xs really regularly. Wonder if it's a battery acid thing. This little intermediary, this minute wheel cock here with the quick set star wheel here, you don't ever lubricate that either, because it's pretty, you want it to be really light in its turning. There, isn't that nice? Nice, nice, nice. Not too much lubrication there. Good. You can see your lower mainspring arbor jewel right there, doing its arbor jewel thing. That's a little peppery. What's up with that? Huh. Looks like some kind of patina or something. I don't think it's, no, because it doesn't look like dirt. Oh, it's something in the clear coat. Isn't that wild? Oh, what's up with that? Anyway, it's not coming off. It's not dangerous. Not anything anyone would notice who wasn't me. Okay, look at that. See, we're coming together. It just goes so nicely, doesn't it? When everything's all clean and it's in good condition. Nice shape. Okay. Calendar. You get the date wheel guards. A flake of metal right in there. Okay, that's gone. Good. Okay, that looks fine. Okay, so there's our date. We can see that that is, I think that's aligned. Oh, well, it's starting to probably get pushed over, so hang on just one second. Or not. Click. Wink. Wink. I might have to adjust that D wheel a little bit. Let me just drop this dial on here real quick. See what the alignment looks like. Oh no, actually that's fine. That's fine. That was an illusion. It's not anything that's real. Nice watch. What a nice watch. I've had a couple that were this nice, but you know, it's been a long time. Yeah, that alignment looks fine. The day-date alignment looks fine. Okay, I don't have to touch or adjust anything. Gosh darn it, Milo. Damn it. Idiot cat. I mean, I love him, but goodness gracious. Even for a cat, he's not very bright, but he's very sweet. He's just a sweet kitty. Okay. You're just a sweet kitty. Okay, well, I'm thinking about my next action here. Let's let that sit. See what it says. In the meantime, oh, come on. Yeah, there isn't a mark on them. A little bit of haze right here, but I don't dare touch anything. Okay, good. The calendar's settling in. We are still cruising the 250s. I haven't powered that up at all. So that's the original power from right after servicing, which is good. This is for a 6139. But the nice thing is it's the same movement size. Obviously, it's 6000 series, and so these little blue holders do a great job in holding these firmly. Let's move this forward. Now, we saw when we put this thing together that it clicked to midnight at the second. What a beautiful watch. A beautiful watch. Let's try this. You knock it off. Let's get a little haze on the base. The hour hand looks good. Yeah. Yes. Yes. A little still there, but check that. Hand clearances. Good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, baby. That's what we're talking about. See? There you go. There's some hand clearances for you. Make sure our quick set works. Yep. Good. Well, oops, hang on. A little smudge and a smuff here. We are going to put this right here. We are going to... Oh, right. I got to make sure that's correct. It is not. Little gap needs to be in that cutout. Did it move on me? No, it did not move on me. Sure doesn't look right. No, that ain't right. What's going on? There's our tab. There we go. Okay. So one of the primary things you do right here, what? Is that the remains? This thing went through the cleaner. Is that the remains of the old gasket? What is that stuff? Okay, well anyway. I like to lube the shaft a little bit. You got to get these threads too. Look at that. Screws all the way down. Nice. Nice. Mm-hmm. Okay. We are getting there. Look, it's banging along nicely. wait a second, look at that. More of those little, looks like glitter, but incredibly tiny glitter. Glitter for mice. Grim, 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 grim. Good. That feels nice and smooth. What? Come on. There. Now let's look at this. I just like to do a final polish on here. Just check out everything. Make it look okay. Okay. That feels so nice. And remember, I haven't added any power. That's awesome. Okay. I'm going to look at the numbers and do some regulation stuff, but I think that we are at the position where we can feel pretty okay about putting our case back on. I've got to get a new speed greaser. Okay, let me just sign the back. Oh, right. It's easier to do this if that crown is not screwed down. Because when the crown is screwed down, you're pressing the case to the movement to one side inside the case. Okay, I need to firm that down. Where in the heck did I put my thingies? Oh, there they are. There we go. And that is the way. We like it. Super clean, and we know it's all cleaned. What a nice watch. And that's, again, that's your original crystal. Crown screws down as they should. That's a nice watch. Man, That's a beauty. That's a beauty. You don't find these like this too much anymore. My goodness. Yeah, that's a beauty. A nice watch. All right, well, I want to thank you so much for your patience, for sending this in, all your support over the years. I appreciate it very, very much. Gosh, what a nice watch. Wow. What a beauty. What a gorgeous, gorgeous watch. Well, I hope you wear it in good health. Thank you so very much.